How's it going, everybody? It is Friday.
Happy Friday.
Welcome.
Here we are.
And we're here. Look at this mug, people. Is this not as retro as it gets? I believe my mother-in-law got this for me many years ago. Look at that. The space shuttle. Is that awesome? Of course, it was decommissioned by Obama. But what it was.
I can't.
It is what it is.
Yeah. How's everybody doing?
How are you
Did you have
doing?
a good week? It's been a crazy week. It's been a
Honestly,
long,
I didn't know if we were
crazy
going to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Fabiola just got in late last night. It's been a crazy, hectic week. I said, you know what? We're going to do it anyways. We're going to do it.
I said, okay, I'm going to do it.
Thank God. She made it, and she tied my shoes, and she did my hair before we got on.
I'm pretty sure you were going to bail out.
I might have bailed out. But thank God for you.
Thank God.
Anyways, guys, thank you for being here. We do appreciate it. As
We're gonna
always,
say some shout outs tonight.
that's right. You do your shout outs. Thank you, Peter, for being here. Peter is the moderator.
Peter.
What is going on? You didn't sleep through the show this
Yes.
week.
Hi, George. Fragile 1976. I see you. Dominic, Travis, John Wolf, Honey Badgers. Good evening.
How's it going?
Arnie, you're here. Rob, Narwood
Arnie made it.
Photography. Yes, Tom, Larry, David, Rubicon.
Rubicon is here.
And Mark. Howdy from East Tennessee.
East Tennessee.
Ooh,
Welcome.
is our volume
Welcome.
low tonight?
Is it low? Does it sound
Did
low,
you
or is
turn
it
that
low?
music down some?
I did turn the music down. I don't
Okay.
know.
Maybe it's me. Maybe it's just because I'm tired, or is it both of us?
I don't know. Did someone say it was low?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me turn it up a little bit.
Sparky 141 from Boise.
All right, Sparky. So, guys, once again, Free Speech Friday. We're gonna be hanging out. I can't believe it's gonna be Super Bowl, right? Sunday.
Yeah, it's Super Bowl weekend already.
Wow. We went to. I went to market today, and it was like packed. People were like
Did
buying
you say market?
the market. I don't even know how many people were. It was like the parking lot was completely full.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to the market today?
No, I was working. It's been a run-on work week for me.
It has. It has. So listen, guys, if you are new, you haven't been here before, in the chat, number one, as Peter says, put at JCristina
Yes.
or put a little Q just before your question. It makes it easier for us to find it. That's number one. Number two, if you are new, do me a favor. Just say hello. Just a
City
little shout.
Twister
Just
from
say,
Maine, hello.
Say what's going on. And
Sarah from New
hopefully
Zealand.
we'll see you there, and we can recognize you for sure.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
I'm going
everyone,
to
for being
backtrack
here.
just to see if there's any like little questions. William, hope you guys had a awesome week and hope you are going to have a good Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah, it should be.
Yes,
It should be a
yes.
relaxing weekend. I hope. I'm gonna hit the hot tub probably.
Yes,
It'll
definitely.
be nice just to kind of relax. Honey Badger says, "Great cup." I'm enjoying Dark Temptation tonight.
Yeah.
What do you think? So, Honey Badger, Dark Temptation is one of the teas that I make. It's one of the Dark Moon teas from the Dark Moon Dark
newest
Moon
one.
brand. It's the new one. Yeah, it came out during the holidays. I was gonna get rid of it and only keep it out there for the holidays, but a lot of people really loved it, so it's there. So yeah. So Honey Badger, what do you think about that Dark Temptation? You said that you're liking it, so. Yeah, I like the flavors of it. It actually has the cacao in it. It has like a bitter kind of chocolate kind of, I don't know, taste and aroma to it. I really like it a lot. It's probably one of my favorites. That next to the Fireside. I love Fireside.
Yeah, they're all good. Arnie, have you gotten your Apple Vision Pro yet?
Yeah, that'd be nice. No Apple Vision for me yet. I'm like I'm not like a beta guy. I know there's been a lot of different iterations and stuff. I just think that AR, like the whole augmented reality, the whole thing, like some of them are good, some of them are. Apple is probably going to do a good job because they're Apple, and they do a good job with UI, right? But I just don't know. I'll give it a little while, and then maybe we'll pick something up. It'd be kind of cool throwing on like it's just like when we used to go to Disney with the carousel of what was it called? Carousel of.
Oh, that's so old. Are
was
you
it
really
called?
dating yourself? Anyways, yeah, it would be very cool. It's
What the hell is it called?
But that's like a VR game. This is not a VR
No,
game.
no. At Disney.
Yes,
no.
I know what it was. A Carousel of Progress.
Progress.
You're dating yourself.
What's dating? What? They just shut it down, 5 years ago or something?
Stupid.
When did they shut down Carousel of Progress?
I don't know, a long time ago.
Holy shit.
Oh, man.
It was so good.
Okay. Honey Badgers likes the Dark Temptation.
Yeah.
She said don't take it away from us.
It's good. Yeah, I like it.
Mark, did you get my last pics where I reached out about the replacement pole mount from where I reached out to Starlink?
Are those the ones that looked identical? Are those the ones that you sent? Let me know in the chat. Because I know someone sent some pictures and they were side by side and they were both identical with the same skew or some crazy ass shit like that. So obviously there was something
Hi,
not
Harry.
happening right there. I don't know.
Flying Pretzel. Need to make a super high caffeine one. Yes.
Yes.
James Peterson, Alberta bag. All right. Let's see. Sarah.
Sarah, how's it going, Sarah?
Are you real or are you cyborg as your title says? LOL.
Yeah, we're not real. This is just... So I wonder, in the not so distant future, will there be can there be a time where just we're talking, but what you see is actually just like moving animatronic type of thing? Almost like Max Headroom, that whole Max Headroom thing.
But who wants that?
It's not that you want, but I think that maybe people will get to that point where they'll just accept it.
But
they'll
I'm saying
accept
it's
it,
so bad. There's no human connection. Why is everyone in a hurry to become a machine?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. There's so many YouTube videos now. When you listen to it, you're like, holy shit, that's not really a real voice, because the way they speak and articulate is just not like how someone would really speak. So I don't know. It just feels odd. And I read some article and they said that that people are actually going to move into that space where they will make multiple channels, and that's all they have to do is basically like a podcast. They just talk. They have a fake, yeah, and no one will know the difference. And then some people will just write a script, and then not only will you have the fake person talking, right, which looks really good, but then you'll also have the voice would be fake too. So it's like,
so you're gonna live in the Matrix.
Yeah, basically you just type your script in.
That's so horrible.
And then that's what you'd watch. I think that's just cold,
you guys,
right?
You're not gonna see one of those of me. You'll just see me, or you won't see me at all. I don't know what to tell you.
And there you have it.
This is it.
There it is.
Rob, Narwood Photography tea sounds great. I need to get an order in.
Grab some tea. Check it out.
David,
they're definitely good. They're all organic. Everything in there is non-GMO. The other thing, though, which is really important, is I make sure that all of the ingredients are non-radiated. People don't understand this. A lot of the teas and a lot of the herbs are radiated because it's the easy way to kill any kind of parasites, any type of virus, bacteria, and everything. They radiate it. So, you don't need radiation, do you? I mean, I don't. Anyway, so everything is all natural. And that's why sometimes people will order and they won't get it for a week or so because I'm waiting on a back order of a specific organic ingredient. And if I can't get it, I'm not going to make it. And that's just how it is. So, anyways.
True.
I digress. Sorry.
Yes, it's good. David Pointer, did you see
doing,
the news
David?
about the first plane crash on I-75? They're saying it will be closed for 24 hours. Oh my God.
No.
That's crazy.
Where? I-75 and what city? Where is it located? The plane crash. I missed it.
Peter. Question
Yes, Peter.
I really don't get Super Bowl Sunday because it has nothing to do with football.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play
they were
football
talking
for
about
many
it
years.
this morning that they were trying to get the president of the NFL to switch it to Saturday or Friday because on Mondays, 19 million people on average in the U.S. don't go to work. That's insane.
That is crazy.
So, it would behoove them. It would be better because technically you'd have more options to do more things Saturday. And then Sunday, people could go to Sunday brunch and spend more money and stuff. So business-wise, it would make sense.
Also, where he's located, football is actually soccer,
right.
What we would call it here.
No, I get it.
And I played soccer for 8-10 years. I love soccer. A lot of fun.
Low Tech Greg, you made it! Yay!
How's it going?
Let's see. George, when the NFL became this SJL, Social Justice League, true, I stopped watching it. No Pooper Bowl for me. Honestly, we don't really get into football. We just sometimes watch the Super Bowl, depends on who plays, but we're not like,
I'm not like the
even.
man's man kind of thing when it comes to like the football thing. I just don't get into. I watch like Super Bowl and I watch some of the playoffs and stuff, but just to watch the entire, I don't care. There's other stuff that I'd rather do. So, but there's people that absolutely love it. So.
John, question, are you still using the TP Link Control 300 router? Do you have to pay monthly to use it?
No. When is someone paying monthly? The TP, I guess you're talking about the OC 300s. I actually have an OC 200 over there too, which is a slower one. But yeah, let me know. Did they make it into like a monthly thing? Because if that's the case, I will dump them really quickly. And I'll find another one for you guys that I will promote, because that would piss me off. I do not like any kind of lease, rent, any of that kind of shit. That's why I did the whole life after Adobe cutting the cord. Adobe went into the whole lease thing. I said, you know what? I'm not leasing freaking software and paying in perpetuity forever. You know, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to buy it. And then if I want to upgrade because you are convincing me that the new upgrade is worth a shit, then I'll buy it. But if not, then I'll just stick with the old one.
Right.
So the same thing holds true with this. I heard that that HP or one of the printer companies are doing a thing where you actually are like going to almost lease it or rent it, and then they'll send you cartridges, but you're paying every month. It's like, don't do that.
It's so bad because the
Don't do
Wi-Fi already on these stupid printers
Oh my God.
suck. It does not matter if it's expensive, inexpensive. They never, they'll attach to the Wi-Fi and then
they're gone.
Then they're gone. And then it doesn't want to do it. They can't find it. We
Yeah.
have a brand new printer that he still hasn't hooked up
Yeah,
for like four weeks now because of that.
it's crazy.
But
It is
anyways,
crazy. Oh.
let's see. David said that I-75 crashes here in Florida. I'm gonna have to look it
wow.
up.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Grapefruit, juicy fruit. I have I love that. I have Gen 2, the rectangular one on the side of the house that moves all by itself. So I don't want that new one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, the new that's referring to is the new dish. I guess it's a generation 4 now at this point. It just has a kickstand. That's it. You just flip it out and it just sits there at about maybe a 15-degree angle, something like this. Has a little kickstand, and that's it. And then what you have to do is, since it's at this angle already, right? You don't have to do the tilt part. That's all you have to do is the pan. So then you just rotate it to wherever it tells you to rotate it, and that's where it stays. I mean, that's all good unless you have it at the top of your gable at the peak of your roof, or if it's on top of a mast of a 30-foot pole, or someplace that you can't reach it, or maybe you're older and you can't climb a 2-story ladder, then all of a sudden it's an issue. And the automated or the motorized or the articulated one, fully articulating one, it would be nice to have the actuators. So I don't know, but yeah, they don't have, like the one that we have, they don't sell it anymore.
No, it's good.
It's
great.
It's good.
It's awesome.
We're going to keep that one for right now.
I mean, we just bought it, but they don't have it anymore. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Tails Gamer, I love that. Hi guys, Washington State Starlink user. How are we this evening? We're doing good. Thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
DG sounds like the Matrix. Yes.
The Matrix. That's exactly
Sarah.
right.
Wait, where did it go? Sarah, JC, observed you got the guns out, showed the muscles. Do a gun show.
I don't even know.
Do a gun show. You've been working out again.
I haven't been working out though. It's been like
You've been working
months.
out your upper body.
Just like maybe 4 times now.
You
I don't
guys,
know.
okay.
Oh,
I
wait.
told you- What?
Well, okay, go ahead.
No, I was
Go ahead.
gonna
No,
say.
I'm gonna interrupt you.
If you want to see if you go to Instagram, to Joseph's Instagram, on the highlights, if anyone cares, because I know everybody has asked about the bathroom. On the highlights, there's a picture of our bathroom. There's also other highlights. I think you'll see some of Joe's workout stuff.
Oh yeah,
Some,
yeah. We do
other
have
like
some.
links on there, but it's on the Instagram page.
Yeah, take a look at the Instagram.
JCristina.
I'll share like more of like the
Yeah.
behind the scenes stuff. I got
It's just
some
easier
pictures
and
of
quicker to upload it to Instagram than to go through YouTube, because on the phone it's easier.
yeah, and then I like to do like little shorts, and then Fabiola could like make them and put them on Instagram. The problem that I absolutely hate, and I hope that YouTube changes it, is the community page. I love the YouTube community page, right? I can post something, I could do a poll and all kinds of crazy shit, but the problem is I can't put like little videos. And sometimes I just want to put like a 15-second video, like, hey guys, listen, we're going to go live, or we're not going to go live, and that's it. Instead of having to do a picture or type something in, it would just be cool to do that. So YouTube, if you're listening, put that in there, because that would help out a lot for the creators that really enjoy having the back and forth communication between the community, and have a really solid community where you can actually put something in there that's not just pictures and text. So anyways, that's my rant with that.
Mark answered, he said, yes, exactly. I created a ticket about the pictures.
Oh.
They replied back about they were working to improve performance with Starlink. I reached out that I may have gotten a recalled pole mount.
Yeah, I'm remembering those pictures. When those pictures, it didn't seem that there was any change.
He thought, what the fuck, when I read it.
It's what it is. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. When I saw those pictures, I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's the exact same one. There's nothing different there. So something screwed up there. So either SpaceX sent you, the wrong version, not the upgraded one, or something. I would reach out to them. I'd be like, look guys, you sent me, SKU 11T1, and then the new SKU that you sent me is 11T1. What the hell's going on, right? You're supposed to send me the upgrade. So they'll probably do that. Just send them an email. They'll do it.
Okay. Let's see. Arnie, did you know a resident alien was using Starlink in the U.S.?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Sarah, Super Bowl is a boar fest in my country.
Is what?
Boar fest. Rob said, I'm like you, Joe. I do like my college football. Renee, hello. Have you messed with AI asking to create a secure OS via latest coding, Linux, Unix-based GUI interface, etc.?
I don't know how good the coding is. I hear that it's pretty good, but I have not done that. I used to code in C++, C, all the way back to assembly code, writing code for like EPROMs and stuff. So I don't know. I think it does good with like Java and with certain things. So I don't know how well it would write, GUIs, like graphical user interfaces and other type of interfaces, and how well it does. But that'd be something to play with. It'd be kind of cool to test.
All right, grapefruit, juicy fruit. God, I love that. That's great.
Grapefruit,
it
juicy
reminds
fruit.
me of back in the day. Is there actually a real tea that has zero caffeine?
So zero caffeine, yes. I actually have, let me see, which one is the zero caffeine?
Isn't it the sleepy one?
Sleepy Time doesn't,
It's not sleepy time.
yeah, it's like
What's it called?
The Dreamscape?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a sleepy time type of tea. I have one that's called Dreamscape, and that does not have caffeine in it. Anyways, so there is some, and a lot of the herbal teas are caffeine free. And what I do with all of my teas is I label it like 1 through 5 tea leaves. So 1 being the least amount of caffeine, and then 5 would be the maximum. Right now, I think we have like a maximum of like 3 or 4, but I've been requested to make a high like,
I think Flying Pretzel has been requesting it for a while.
So not only caffeine, but something that really gives you a kick in the morning. And I'm working on that. And I think you'll like the name once it's available.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of cool. So yeah, hang in there. That's coming.
James Peterson, 45 ms, 178. What does this mean right here?
What do we got? 45 milliseconds, 178 by 11. Let's call it 5. Not that bad. That's not too bad. I'll take it. Okay. I'll take it. The 11, I would like to see more on the up speed, but that's not bad. And as far as milliseconds, as far as latency, I mean, right now we're streaming live and we're getting a latency of about 46, 34, 38, somewhere around there. So I would like to see lower latency. According to Elon, he's saying that latency is going to be coming below 20 milliseconds.
Why?
Just to make it so it's even more responsive and quicker.
Okay.
So I would love to see under 20 milliseconds because fiber optics
Right.
are anywhere from like 5 milliseconds to like 10, somewhere
Yeah.
on there. So if they can get 20 and you're sitting there bouncing off a satellite at 550 kilometers off Earth, that would be amazing, you
Yeah.
know? So anyways.
Okay. Peter, question. A real football match has nothing to do with your hands. You don't use your hands at all. Only the goalkeeper can use his hands. That's it.
Yep.
It's so goddamn simple.
You-
Yeah, but over here it's not.
We can't even speak right here in the U.S. All right, things aren't spelled right. Everything's just a hot ass mess. Yeah. So yeah, football, you would think would be only for your feet, but in the U.S. it is not.
Yeah.
It is actually everything but your feet. There's only one player that can use their feet, and that's the kicker. And that's it. So it's the exact polar opposite of what it should be, which is normal for the U.S. So yeah, I enjoy soccer myself personally.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We
let's
have.
see. I'm reading.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
you do you. I'm just saying if
Why?
there's anyone to say hello to.
Oh yeah, no, not really. We're going through them.
Oh, okay.
Ian, good evening. Your tea is a good band, my girl, or in your case, your girl. Ryan, love your content. Watching from Newfoundland, Canada.
Wow, how are you doing? Thank you.
Renee.
Appreciate that.
Have you went to the FCC website to see who has won the contract for your area to implement fiber in your area? Conexon has it for rural Mississippi counties. Sign up, but it'll be a year or two.
Yeah, so we are currently, I think, who won the bid out here? Was it?
I forgot. I don't know. Some weird name.
It wasn't Blue, whatever the hell, Blue someone. No, I think it was that Hot Wire, Hot something. I think
No
so. I
idea.
think it's like Hot Wire. Anyway, so supposedly
I don't have time
in
for
our
these
rural neighborhood,
community meetings.
we're going to be having fiber in like a year or something. They're going to start rolling
They've
the
been
thing
saying
out.
that since we
I
moved
just
here.
whatever. AT&T said that they were going to put fiber here
Since 1873.
Yeah, 1873. So they were supposed to put fiber here like 12, 13, 15 years ago. Even though fiber was sitting there at the D-Slam, right at the box when you drive in. They never did the actual run from the box to the houses. You know, that last mile, they get a ton of money from the federal government and they do shit with it. They just keep it and they just make believe. That's it. That's AT&T for you. But yeah, most of the companies are like that. They
Yeah.
take a ton of money and they do shit. So
John said, I show a picture of the new dish mount. They only changed the screw and made it a little dipper and it's plastic. You know, that's what they do. I mean, you know.
that's just a shame. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it holds up, I'm good with it. If it rips off during like heavy storm or really bad rain, then they can send a new one. Because then you'll see where it was broken and you'll say, look, it's defective. And they'll send you a new one. That's one thing I have to say. Even though it's very difficult to get a hold of SpaceX, right? Starlink, because their customer service is non-existent. There's no phone number. There's no email address. There's no 24-hour hotline. There's no 24-hour chat. There's no nothing. You have to just send in trouble tickets. But when you do and you get somebody,
Yeah.
they actually resolve the
Like,
situation.
Please don't hang up, please.
Yeah.
That happened to me this week. I had to call Wayfair. That's who it was on last Sunday. And I was like, I don't even know why I'm bothering. It's Sunday. And an American lady answered the phone.
What the hell's wrong with that?
And she was so nice.
That's
and
not
she
normal.
like typed everything up. I was like, oh my gosh, you're an angel from heaven.
That's
So
very
I did
odd.
I never do surveys, and I did the survey. I was like so excited, and I actually she put it through, and the other company came through and emailed us. I was
They actually
was
called.
floored. Yeah.
Actually talked to someone.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Hey, what do you guys think while you're doing that? What do you guys think about that video that I did, Hack Your Brain with the Neuralink chip?
Well, I was going to get to that. Somebody was asking about
What
that.
do you think? Down below in the chat, I want to hear about it. Is that something that you would do? Would you put a chip in your brain? But
I'm going to
hold
put
on.
a chip in his brain.
Would you put a chip in your brain
Only if I can control it.
if you had some major problems, like if you were a quadriplegic or I'm gonna get out that damn torch. I'm gonna get out the spaceship
I'm going to use
over
the
there.
torch.
I'm gonna get the
to
torch
put the
out.
Right there, little dish thing looking.
Let me know. What do you think? I think it's kind of cool. So the very first recipient of a Neuralink embedded in your brain, in the guy's brain, is in there. So I can't. I want to know like how this whole thing works out. It's just cool. Just like, my God.
It's cool and it's weird all at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing like if you were Stephen Hawking, that you can't speak. And
Yeah, I get that.
then you're like, give me a damn chip. I mean, I was reading when I did that piece on this Neuralink, I was reading about Stephen Hawking, and literally he would watch the screen, words would be going by at this speed, and then he would have like this thing on his cheek, and if he would just move his cheek like that, it would stop. And then he would hit it twice or whatever, and it would put the word into the sentence. And then the words would start scrolling again until he did this to make it stop again. So could you imagine if he had something in his head and he can actually think about what word he wants to choose and move a cursor on the, I mean, holy shit, just by
yeah, but
thinking
then the
of it.
other side of that is that like people are like, you can get hacked, like you can do this, you can do, you know, I mean, there's always a good and a bad.
Yeah.
But
I mean, at the beginning where we're only dealing with, motor type of things, so it's only about like helping people walk and this type of thing.
Well, things always start with good intentions.
Someone's
but
going to
then-
hack you, and what, they're going to make you walk a mile or something. You know what I mean? So it's
I mean,
like,
they can make you kill people. They can make you do something.
well, that's like a whole nother portion of the brain.
But
right?
we're talking. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we're
like in the
talking,
future.
You were just talking about people sitting here doing this when there's no real people. So anything's possible, right? I'm just saying.
I guess so.
Just saying. I
Just
know
saying.
You're all about your robots and all that.
Robots are just cool.
Not in my house.
Robots are.
He got internet from lower on a hill top.
Power on the, or something from a hilltop.
That's crazy.
900 feet. 900 feet to run a cable is kind of crazy because, like, Starlink, for example.
It says they're getting static, like from hell. Major static on audio, microphone static.
Really?
Did you hit something?
Mm-hmm. That's
It
odd.
sounds are going crazy. Static on the microphone.
Is that everybody? Let me know if everyone's getting static.
There's been like 4 people already.
That said that there's static?
Yeah. Oh, it cleared up a bit.
Huh. That's weird. That's really
crazy.
weird. Maybe,
Wow, that's
maybe it's
loud static, okay, but can still hear lower volume. Static, badly, yep, static, yes and yes.
Really? Huh. What could this static be? That is really strange. I'm gonna cut the music just in case there's something going on with that. We got one mic
Like
on.
a cable is loose or something.
Hmm.
Did you pick something? Did you hit anything over there?
Mic 2. Let's see.
Yep, it's still static.
Yeah, I'm seeing mic 2 seems to be really heavy. So that could be something up with mic 2. That is a possibility, people.
What is
Huh. I don't know. That is odd. Let me see. Oh,
That
it looks
was
like it's
it.
gone.
Yeah.
Huh.
That reduced it.
Yeah, so I'm not going to touch anything.
It's gone. It's better.
Yeah, I could see it
Fixed.
on the graph.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Well, thanks. Thank you. That was weird.
Yeah, it's
Huh.
good.
All right.
All right, so we're
I
talking
just
about
pushed it in a little bit. That's it. Maybe they got loose. It's possible.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not going to touch it.
Don't touch it. Okay, so we were talking about the mining thing, and then Peter. Question, Peter. It is not called soccer. It is called football. But yeah, I know where you're over there.
Yeah, over here it's soccer.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely.
And let me backtrack because there was a lot of static that
we got a lot of static. Too much static.
Yes. Okay. Lorsad, Elon said this week maybe news about the Neuralink patient. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, that's good. It'd be good to hear like how that happens. Yeah, I mean, if you are a quadriplegic, I mean, you would basically do anything, right? I mean, you cannot move at all. Just to be able to, especially someone with that like ALS, like Lou Gehrig's disease, where you cannot articulate, you know, and you want to speak to your loved one and you can't. Yeah. Can you imagine
just the communication?
Yeah, the communication. You're basically trapped in this body without being able to say anything. I mean, I can't even imagine that, number one. So, yeah, I mean, you'd be like, hook me up with your Neuralink, whatever, and hopefully it works. And that's it. So.
Yeah, Fragile 1976 as a quadriplegic. Yes, I would try the chip after enough testing.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% for sure.
David Hyman, Knight Rider 2000. Movie about a computer chip in the brain. LOL. Remember Johnny Mnemonic?
Yeah, Johnny Mnemonic.
With Keanu Reeves.
Keanu did a great job in that movie. That's an old one.
Yeah. David, that video was awesome. I'm currently on disability and have a hard time walking. Yes, sign me up.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, that's what this is going to be for to begin with. And then they're going to kind of move into other things.
Ralph said it's cool except for if the wives get a hold of it. Right here.
Yeah. And then all the guys are jumping.
Yeah. John, question. I wrote you about my dish. I got 4 update this week and the last one trashed my dish. I had to reset it yesterday. I only got 30 down and 3 up today. I'm getting 295 down and 18 up.
That sounds like a problem. So do this. If you didn't watch today's video, I actually spoke about getting into your app and then going into your debugging information. It used to be this cryptic bunch of bullshit, and now it is not. Now you can get in there and get really good information. Take a look at your cable milliseconds on your actual cable. You'll see it. And then also it will tell you like if there's how many times there's like an outage on that cable, because you could just have a bad cable and that would literally show you immediately. So I would do that first. So I just brought up the Neuralink page, right? So this is what it looks like, and they talk about it. And matter of fact, there's
how big is it?
It's about the size of like $50, and it's super flat.
It really reminds me of Johnny Mnemonic.
Pretty close, right? I mean, it's like that whole entire. I mean, yeah, kinda. So look at it. I mean, that's it. And then you have these little hair-like, excuse me. And then this is the actual machine. It looks like a sewing machine. And then there's the needle that sits there and goes and sticks them in to, all the little spots.
In your head?
In your brain.
That's...
So they cut a hole that's like the size of like $50.
Mm-hmm.
They take the bone out, and then they put all of the little wires. There's 64 wires.
It's making my head itch.
Are you itching? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 64 total wires, and then out of that 64, you end up with like 1,000 electrodes. So must be all spaced on those wires or something. So, and then they just put the little bone back, and you're good to go. I mean, that's it. And the whole thing is wireless. So through Wi-Fi, they can control everything.
Oh my God! What if someone hacks your head?
I don't know. That's what people talk about.
You go to Starbucks.
Yeah, you're like, hey.
They're like telling you to order the wrong latte.
Look at that needle. I mean, what they're saying is that it has to be done by a robot because,
well, yeah,
the precision has to be it has to be absolutely perfect. But anyway, so that's the machine. I mean, look, it's just cool shit. And then, I mean, you could register for it. There's patient registry at the bottom, whatever, careers.
Why does she have to look like that?
I don't know. Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
Creepy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
Is she real?
yeah, like when I look at that, it doesn't look real.
It doesn't.
She looks like AI
Like her,
generated,
yeah, like
right?
her proportions don't look right.
Something's not right. Yeah, when I looked at it, I said the same thing. I'm like, is she real? I
No.
don't think she's real. You just don't know today. You can't tell. You don't know.
I'm gonna say that it's probably not real. It's an AI generated picture.
I think it feels that way, right? Yeesh. So there you go. There's your controller. It sits next to your bed.
Oh look, I can have it right next to the bed and go.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, my husband, yeah, he's gonna sleep an extra hour.
I'm down for
My husband is an asshole today.
I'm down for that.
Thanks a lot.
GG said if you do it for medical reasons, there should be nothing stopping it for,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
But there's always those people, so let's hope it just stays like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Jim, always a risk of stroke with any implant.
Absolutely. Risk with stroke with everything. Absolutely.
Peter, do I get a super brain if I get the chip? And yes, if I can turbocharge your brain. That's a good question.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, so they're first going to be working on, any type of motor skills, right? Like if you're quadriplegic, that's what they're going to start with. For communication, right? That's what they're going to start with. So, but then what's going to happen is they're going to move into other disabilities, right? And that's when things start getting gray for me. When you start dealing with like, oh, you have ADD? Oh, we can just put a chip in and we'll fix your ADD. No.
Yeah.
There's other things you can do. You don't need a chip to fix OCD, ADD, HADD, every other term.
Are you down with OPP?
OPP, whatever it is. You just, it's just, I feel like everyone today is on some type of medicine, some kind of prescription medicine, and then there's like a secondary medicine that fixes the problem of the primary medicine, and then a tertiary medicine that fixes the problem of the secondary medicine. It's just like one of those things. It's like this round robin, just on this just treadmill of medicine. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Maybe it's.
Maybe it is actually that way.
Yeah.
Maybe Big Pharma enjoys, the Big Pharma just loves selling you shit.
Of course. Grapefruit, juicy fruit said, nah, as long as I'm walking around immobile, I'll save that for people that could benefit. Besides, Uncle Sam gonna fuck with Elon so much it's hard to tell. True. You never know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You just never know. We hope for the best, but you never know.
The government fucking with Elon for quite some time now. And the bottom line is, you can only do that for so long until you piss someone off to a point that you don't want to it's okay like if you taunt the bear a little bit, but you don't want to really, really taunt the bear because the bear will eat your shit, right? Will kill you. So they need to be careful because he could literally pick up his football, since it is Super Bowl Sunday, right? He could pick up his football and leave and take all of his shit to another country because there's been multiple countries that say that they would love to have him. They would pay to have him move all of his shit to another country. And he doesn't come from this country, right? So, he could do it without a problem. So, yeah, just, piss people off, but know when to say when. And I feel like the government never knows when to say when. They never.
No.
Never.
Not them.
No.
They're the bestest.
Yeah.
Tom said, I got 2 bionic knees. No electronics ever going to go into me. Causes too much static.
Yeah, we got static.
Kurt. Really, Kurt? That's what she said. Just push it in a little bit. Ha ha.
There you go. Kurt?
Let's see. GA flips. Can the chip help with dementia and Alzheimer's? That's a really good question. Who knows?
That's one of the things that they're going to be working on. Yep. Neurological disease. Right? Neurological problems. So the thing is motor control stuff, right? Happens on the very high level of the brain, right? So you only have to go into the brain a very small amount. Mm-hmm. Let's say a half inch. Whereas some of the deeper rooted stuff is frickin' in there. So they would actually have to go through into the brain by let's say 2-3 inches, right? So it's in there a lot. And that's when you start getting sketched, right? Because you're going through a whole bunch of other shit to get there with that needle of death. So, I don't know.
That's very reassuring.
I feel reassured when I see it. It looks like the guys in the mall, right? You're like, yeah, can you make me a hat that says JCristina on it? They're like, yeah, no problem. Don't. It's like, yeah, and that's what they're doing to your freaking cranium. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know. But deep-rooted stuff, frontal, I don't know. Anyways.
I'm going to put it right here.
Help me with my ADD?
Yeah, something. John, I watched a video on how to connect TP-Link controller, and he went onto the software and said 1 month free.
What the hell is that? So, yeah, I don't know what that is, like what software they're talking about that you need. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? Maybe it's like, maybe they have a program where you can log in to your OC200 or your OC300 remotely using their software. This is what I'm thinking. This is my speculation.
Oh, God.
You could see if this is right. So maybe they have this thing where you can log in remotely and you have to pay for that monthly. But if you don't need to log in remotely and you're doing it from your LAN, you shouldn't have to pay shit. And if you do, once again, tell me, because they'd be gone, right? I will not recommend them ever again. So just let me know. That's one thing that, I don't play with that whole thing. Don't force people into a subscription or you're gone. I will find an alternative, period. End of story. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Period. End of story. Okay.
Exactly.
Lee, just to let you know that Starlink will charge you an activation fee of $36 each time after you pause your RV mobile service plan. I guess if you save $150 a month, you just have to suck it up.
Yeah, I can see that. They didn't have that before.
What, the fee?
Yeah, I don't. When we first started, there was no fee from going from one plan to another plan. Mm-hmm. There wasn't any. So maybe people started changing from one to another, like too often. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Larry, getting 80 megabits and 400 down. 12 to 25 upload. Most testing is mid 200 and 300.
That's perfect.
12,
you can't get
12 to
too
20
much.
up.
Yeah, that's not bad. They need to get 20 up. That's the goal. So if they can get there, maybe they'll get their $1 billion. It's like $988 million, somewhere around there. But they need to have 20 meg a bit up. Okay. And they haven't been able to do it. Not yet.
All right.
So
Canon, I bought the 4th gen Starlink to replace the 3rd gen, but I'm having problems connecting to the 4th gen. Do I have to cancel the account for the 3rd gen for me to use my 4th gen?
You shouldn't. That's very odd. No, you should not. Matter of fact, the way it's set up is if you have multiple routers, if you get one router and you plug in the other one, it says, hey, we found another one. Do you want me to set it up as a node, as like an additional AP, as an access point? You can say yes or no. It'll automatically build a mesh network. So that should not be. I don't know what that's about. That would have to go into like a consultation thing. We'd have to break that down and figure out what's going on, because that's not right. Something's wrong there.
Jay Gudmunder. Jay, resistance is futile. This is true.
Yes, that is the case. That is definitely the case.
Jeffrey said, there you go. AI generated picture, AI taking a model's job. That's so true. I don't think people realize how much AI is going to take people's jobs away. They don't get it. And some people that are I know in my industry that people are using it, and I'm like, why are you using it? You're legit taking out a portion of your job description. Hello.
But there's
it saves time and it's quicker. Yeah. And now you're going to be out of a job. You keep doing that and you keep going down the list of your job descriptions and things to do. Guess what? You're not going to have anything to do because AI will do it for you.
It was the same thing when we went from like people building automobiles
Yeah, to the
to robots building
Right.
automobiles. The same
Yeah.
thing. People writing scripts and doing videos
Yeah.
to now AI doing.
But the difference is, to me, is that back then it took a long time for that to happen.
That's true.
Right?
This is happening really
and it gave people time also to
Find another
shift
job.
another job or career. Right now, things are happening so fast, and like there's not going to be other options. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So either you're going to go full out tech and learn how to program and learn how to do stuff, or you're just not going to have.
But you know what? This is going to happen with the government too, right? So like, imagine if they went through with the whole virtual currency deal, right? CBDC. Imagine if they went through with the whole virtual currency. What's going to happen is you no longer have to pay taxes because the taxes will be taken out automatically, right? They have access. They know exactly what you buy when you buy it because there'll be no more paper money. So they will have complete control over your assets. That's number one. Number two, not only are there going to be no more, you're not going to need any of the people that are in the IRS anymore because it's just automatically. You're not going to need accountants or anything. It just everything is already online. You're not going to need a tax preparer, like someone that is actually a certified tax person, right? Or a CPA or somebody. You don't need them anymore. They're all going to be gone. So, you know, it's like they wish for certain things, but they don't fully recognize the ramifications of actually getting there. You know,
no,
all
they
the stuff
don't.
that happens.
But, I mean, like they don't get it, but it's almost like today. It's like, oh well, you know, I'm so tech savvy and I just do this and I just know everything. It's like I know we were all there at one point, but it's like, no, bro, you don't know anything. You really don't. You're just stupid. Not wise.
Not wise, yeah.
No common sense.
There's a lot of real smart people.
Yeah, but it doesn't
no
mean
common sense.
yeah, they have like
So-
no very little wisdom because they are like, I don't know, they come from a sheltered world, at least from my world. And yeah, they have like no common sense. So, you know? I just don't get it.
It's definitely odd. Definitely
It's
odd.
weird. Honey badgers, how are they powered for those implants? Does it need to be replaced eventually? That's a good question.
I'm gonna guess it's probably a battery, just like a pacemaker. You know, eventually you have to replace the battery in it. So it's gonna be something like that. I have a feeling though, the actual module that looks like the size of a $50, that module will probably pop open. You put a new battery in and stick it. I can't see them pulling those hair-like fibers out of the brain once they put them in, because I guarantee you scar tissue or some type of they would be stuck in there. You're not going to be able to pull them out anymore. They're just in there for good. So that's what I'm guessing. I don't really know. So I'm speculating.
GA Flips question. I'm hoping this will help with optic nerve disorders. That's really
good.
good.
Yeah. Sight definitely is something that Elon had talked about working on, restoring vision. So, you know, there's a lot of really cool. So, you know, people are always, you know, fearful of the future, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen. It's like AI is going to tell you robots are going to kill everybody and all the rest of stuff. And at the time when, you know, where they're developing, chicken pox vaccine, you know, people were like, holy God, I'm not going to take that. And then no one had got chicken pox anymore. No one got polio anymore. No one got, so there's reasons and there's good. And the thing is, there's good and bad to everything. It's kind of like a gun, right? A gun doesn't kill someone. Someone kills someone, right? People kill people. Guns don't kill people. So it's the same thing with this. The innovation, I think, is fantastic. It's just, there's always a double-edged sword to it. So you have the dark and the light side of it. It's like, do you use it for good or do you use it for evil? And that comes back down to the people. Are they inherently evil or are they inherently good?
Yeah.
You know, look what happened with the whole virus thing. They were inherently bad, trying to manipulate shit to create like a super bug.
Right, and
they did.
They also manipulated the whole rhetoric.
Yeah, and then they manipulated the story after the fact
Right,
because
right.
they were screwed. You know, the cat was out of the bag.
Right.
Now they're like, you know, trying to fight the fire. So, But yeah, I mean, if you're doing stuff like that, it's one thing if you're doing something that's going to save people, but they weren't doing that. They're looking on creating viruses and bugs that kill a mass amount of people, and the same time create an antibody to give to their own people, so they can like literally kill like entire like populations.
Yeah.
You know, it's just crazy. It is crazy. These are evil people.
Yeah.
It's just evil, you know. So.
No, absolutely. Jeffrey, so for quadriplegic, are they going to bypass the spinal cord by putting Wi-Fi in the brain chip, and it seems the signals to the arms, legs, etc., on how to activate all the muscles?
Yeah, I would. So I'm going to guess you would still need the communication network that goes from the brain to the limbs, and that communication network runs over like the superhighway of the center of your, basically your spine, right? So I think that that's still going to be a problem. I don't see how they're going to get around that problem. I think it's the activation, it's the neurological diseases that actually deteriorate certain portions of the brain that now you do not activate. You know, you're thinking of moving your hand, but the signal is not being sent to move your hand, right?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And I think that's what they're trying to fix. So what they're doing right now, just so you know, is they implanted this into this guy's brain, and now they're training. So he's training the device, and the device is training him
Right.
to move like a cursor and stuff. So by his thoughts, he's able to move and this type of thing. So once that is down, then they can move it into a software, a different program, whatever. So right now it's a learning phase, right? To both learn each other. And what they do is when they put that into the brain, they say, you know, think about moving your pointer. So if he thinks about moving the pointer, they're gathering all of the data. It literally looks like this, like a whole barrage of a ton of data. Once again, 1,000 electrodes per strand, I think. And there's 64 strands. Anyway, no, it's 1,000 total on 64 strands is what it is. So 1,000 different readings. So you see
That's
this
so
like
crazy.
map. So like if someone is doing this, it looks like this. Someone
Right.
is doing this, it looks like that. And they're recording all of this. So then later on that they have all this information, when they tell him move your finger, he moves his finger, and now a finger moves because they know what that pattern looks like out of his
Gotcha.
brain. So it's kind of really cool. Like I love like how they just,
Yeah.
can you imagine the minds it takes to really develop this kind of stuff? I think it's just amazing. Once again, something for good or something for
Right.
evil. It's just
Yeah.
the people. It's the people.
Yeah.
You know?
Did I say, something about the optic GA? Yeah, okay, I did that. Brain chip
Yep.
problems, that one. Jeffrey, Elon mentioned restoring sight to the blind using Neuralink.
Yeah, I know he was talking about
cool.
it. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. I mean, unless there's actually, you know, degeneration where there's no, you know, you don't have a retina anymore. You know, I mean, at that point they have to bypass the retina and now kind of like broadcast the signal of whatever they're seeing. I would not doubt that there'll be a time where they would be able to attach a camera, and the signal that's coming through the camera, they would be able to send that signal to your brain and show images in your brain. I would not doubt that would be something that they'd be able to do eventually.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be cool?
I think it'd be great.
it'd be,
All this
if,
stuff
you
sounds
know,
great.
people are
It's-
blind and now all of a
yeah.
sudden they can see, even if it's black and white. If you can't see anything, you would be
Oh my God.
happy as pig and shit if you could see
Yeah.
in black and white, right?
Yeah, for sure. Jeffrey Hall said a nerve feedback to the brain via Wi-Fi to re-enable touch and feel. Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. Janice West, hello guys from Norman G, Texas.
How are you
are
doing, Janice?
appreciated for your hard work
Thank
and
you so
keeping
much.
us entertained on Friday nights.
Appreciate you being here.
Yes,
Thank you.
thanks for
thank
hanging
you.
out. Peter, questions. Are there hard drive inside the chip?
No.
And someone down here said that he, meaning Elon, did not invent the chips, but he has the ability to get it out to the public to
Yeah.
help.
Absolutely. It's same thing with everything. You know, you bring in a lot of great minds to create your vision. You know, when you have that kind of money, even like Elon is like the head engineer when it comes to like literally the rocket and the engineer when it comes to SpaceX.
Yeah.
And he'll literally sleep there, you know, when things are happening, and he is the lead when it comes to this stuff. So on the Neuralink, he is not the lead. You know, he has ideas and then he puts it out there, and then the people that work on that, they come up with the science behind it and all of the actual physicality to it. So I think it's awesome. I mean, you know, people always complain about Elon this, that, or whatever. It's like none of his projects, let's say, are, you know, let's call it negative. You look at a Tesla car, I mean, you got a battery operated car, no matter if you like it or you hate it.
I mean, just the fact that you're saying, look at this that he did, look at this that he did, look at that, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what else is anybody else doing?
Yeah. He said something in an interview, and he's like, I forgot what it was. He was talking, like someone asked him something, they were telling him what to do with that. He's like, I invent rockets that will go to the moon and to Mars. You know, what do you do?
Yeah.
It's like a perfect statement. It's like, you know,
it's so true.
Look what I do.
Yeah.
You know, what do you do? Yeah. What does your week look like?
Right.
You know?
Oh, you didn't get back to me? Oh, darn. Oh, man. John said, I show a long video of Elon, and he has a lot more big plans in the factory in Texas. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the biggest in the world, and now he's making small houses. Yeah, he's been a part of that company that makes those...
The little tiny house things.
Yeah. He has one. He lives in one.
Yeah, he lives in one.
In California, I think he has one, right?
Texas, I think he has.
Is it in
I don't
Texas?
know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
the little tiny houses, those little portable houses.
And then you can, like, buy...
multiple,
stack them, and because I looked.
It's like the
that.
ultimate prefab house. It literally comes with everything. It comes with like the Tesla wall, like battery unit. The entire roof is solar. Like everything. You pop it up. It's done. There you go. There it is.
Pop a house.
Just pop a house. I like it. Done.
Tamburian Station, another 22 satellites launched a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, I heard. They actually delayed it. I didn't know it was going to go today because right now it is extremely cloudy. You can't see the sky at all.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Joe, hello to all in the chat. Let's see. Ian, I think a lot of these Wi-Fi mesh access points are a ripoff.
Yeah, I mean... You know, people ask me, should I use Starlink and create a mesh, or should I do it with a third party? And the answer is, how much time do you want to put into it? You know, are you proficient when it comes to networking? Because if not, if you spend $199 for an additional router, you literally just plop it. You load up your app. It says, "Hey, I just found another router. Do you want me to use it as an AP, as an access point?" You're like, "Yes." And that's it. There's your mesh. You're like, you know, I want another one further out in the house because I'm not getting good signal. You buy another one for $199. You plop it down. It says, "Hey, I found another one. Do you want to add it to the mesh?" You're like, "Yeah, go ahead." Boom, you're done. So, I mean, it really has to do with you. Like for me, you know, I'm more tinkery. I've been building shit and doing, you know, computer stuff for so long. I like to use a third party, but even though I use a third party router, I still leave it out of bypass mode. I don't even bypass it because I know what I'm doing where I don't get the double NAT situation. So, you know, it just depends on your proficiency and if you want to kind of dig in a little bit, or if you just want to just go the easy route, you know?
Yeah. Real Nikon Jim, all the people at the U.S. Mint shops gone, all
done. Yeah, there is no mint.
I mean,
there's no more gold.
Yeah,
I want to know how many bullion of gold is in Fort Knox today.
Negative.
If any.
Negative.
If any.
That's so crazy.
It could be just a simple facade. I mean, they're printing money today. Like if it's going out of freaking style.
It did go out of style. It's out of paper.
It's like once, you know, they got rid of the whole, idea of having gold that reflects currency.
Yeah.
As soon as they got rid of it, that was like the end. They just started printing money like, oh, you need an extra trillion? Oh, yeah, no problem. It's just crazy. Absolutely just backwards ass crazy. And they want to know why everything is a damn. It's such a shit show that people don't even realize how bad it is because it's being held up with like strings. And that's it. Once they let go of the strings, it's going to get bad and it's going to happen really quickly. That's my personal opinion. All right. That's my personal opinion because I see a lot of people that are suffering right now. And there's a lot of people that are literally like one paycheck away from bankruptcy, right? Yeah. They're like strapped. They're really deep. And now you can't own anything. People that want to own a house, they can't even get a house. Yeah. The banks will say, you know what? You can afford a $5,000, let's say, rental, but we won't let you pay $2,500 for a house.
Right.
How is that freaking work there? Tell me there's something not happening right there, right? You can rent for $5,000, but you can't buy for $2,500. What is going on there? Okay, I'll let you think about that.
83 Jeep. Hi
How's it
from
going?
Lake County, California.
Sweet.
You made it tonight.
Nice.
John, question: did you hear this weekend in northern Texas there's going to be a lot of snow? No, I didn't know that.
Wow. Snow in Texas, February. What we got? February 9th now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah, I think it's the 9th.
Jeffrey said virtual currency. Oh, your social credit score, according to the government standards, is too low. Government blocks your access to your own money.
Yeah, like if I start talking shit about them, all of a sudden my account might be blocked, and then I can't even go buy groceries for my family. I mean, look what happened in Canada with like the truckers. What kind of shit show was that? Major shit show. Just like shut down people's accounts because they were, blocking the road. They were protesting because they didn't like something. I mean, how is that even a thing? Could you imagine that? I think in Canada, I mean, any of you guys are in Canada right now, you can probably attest to what's going on over there, and it is definitely not doing so well. Not that we're doing great here either, trust me. But yeah, it's just a damn hot show. It's just a mess over there. I don't know.
Everything's a mess.
Yeah.
Ian, how about a nuclear diamond battery?
A nuclear diamond battery. Actually, what's interesting too, talking about nuclear stuff, a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of the satellites that we've sent that have left our solar system, they're all running nuclear. They're not solar or no other shit because you're too far away from any solar type of entity. You're getting too far away from the sun. So yeah, those all run on, I believe it's radioactive isotopes, like with like half-lives of like 80 years, 100 years or something. Not that long, right? They're more reduced radioactive, and there's little small reactors. Isn't that crazy? That's what they run on. So I originally put a video together speculating that SpaceX would one day use a radioactive type of propulsion system, like an actual battery, but like let's say an actual radioactive type of setup in comparison to, they're using like argon, they're using a couple of other ones. But the thing is there's a finite amount of it. And once that finite amount is reached, the satellite will eventually come back into orbit or come out of orbit and then hit our atmosphere and burn up. Whereas if you had that nuclear power, all of a sudden they can stay there in perpetuity, like literally forever, until like they need to be just deleted, right? And replaced. I don't know.
Oscar, hi from Russia, Mission, Alaska.
How you doing?
That's
Russia,
awesome.
Mission, Alaska. Wow.
I'm gonna wrap up here. We're gonna finish it up earlier tonight,
Yes.
just because I'm super tired.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Yeah, guys. So in the chat, any kind of questions you have, put them
I'm
in
gonna
there.
finish up
Also,
here.
if you want to talk anything about the Russia stuff that I talked about today, let me know about that. That was kind of interesting. There was speculation that Elon Musk, SpaceX, Starlink were being sold in Russia and used in the Ukraine by Russians and all of this other stuff. And I broke it down for all you guys in the video, today's video. Definitely watch it if you haven't watched it already. And the bottom line was, according to my calculations, it is absolutely impossible for the Starlink units to be used in a location that SpaceX doesn't authorize. And I explain why that is in the video. I think it was kind of interesting. So, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, any kind of questions, put them in there right now.
'Cause you're so annoying. God, I swear, you guys, look. I'm gonna get that chip. Control it.
I'm going to put a chip in you.
Right here.
That's what's going to happen.
Right
And
here.
then I'm going to hit a mute button.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna hit a mute button on you. This is a Young La shirt. Someone wanted to know about this shirt.
Yeah.
It looks good, right?
You like this shirt? It's all right.
Young LA. They have good guys.
Yeah,
shirts,
you know what?
And the material's good. They fit good.
So this
They're not
is like,
super wide.
Yeah, and like it actually fits and it doesn't like
We're like promoting Young La.
Yeah, what the fuck am I promoting Young LA?
Because it looks good,
So-
though. But it's made here in the U.S. Actually, in California.
It is
so.
made in the U.S., which you can definitely, I can definitely stand behind. I think that's great, But what I do like is the actual material itself is like thicker material. Like today you get like material.
It's different. It depends on what shirt you have.
But even like
the quality of their stuff.
Yeah,
is
the
good.
quality, like
They're
the
all
stitching.
different.
It's like really good stitching and stuff. So anyways, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Jeffrey said virtual. We did that one. Did you? John, Elon wasn't the one. Oh, we did that one. I did that one a while ago. And maybe they can use those tiny robots to help make the wires to get your legs to work again.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean.
Yeah, that's what he's going to be working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian said, I think the nerve system control and send signals back to the brain if you're gonna spinal damage, put a tap and transfer the damage.
Yeah, I mean transfer. Yeah, and
the damage.
Yeah, I mean in other words, to work around. Yeah, I mean that's definitely a possibility. I mean, basically you would do like a jumper, right? Like if your battery is dead, you put lead here and then you put it on the other car.
Oh, I need to do that to you sometimes. Get you going.
The frick.
Sometimes you're just like, yep.
My God.
I'm going to get a chip. I'm going to get battery plug-ins. Get them going. Go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Let's see. Ian said, you could control a car with the chip brain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It would be great not to have to wear glasses either. That would be amazing.
Yeah,
Could you imagine? Oh
just dial in your... So imagine that, right?
Yeah, that would
because
be amazing.
You know how like a lot of people, and I'm sure you too, like a lot of people, like if they have like you have astigmatism or you have, and then if you like open your eyes or if you push on your eyes or whatever, and you basically are changing the structure of the eyeball, right? All of a sudden you can see perfect, right? You're seeing really good because you're squeezing them or you're opening them up, right? So imagine if they were able to attach something that would send a little bit of an electric signal that would actually use the muscles to either make it instead of the eye being like pushed
they could just
like
fix
this,
it.
just make it round again. Now all of a sudden you can see perfectly.
Could you imagine?
With just the amount.
The only thing that I think is cool about that whole thing, it's kind of like, for me, like Jarvis. The AI, the Apple
the whole
thing.
stuff.
So would the chip be able to do shit like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that eventually, look at ChatGPT, right? It is so basic right now. It's not even plugged in yet, right? We're using data. If you're using ChatGPT, you're using data from 2022. So it's like a year and a half old data, okay? Once they go live and it's actually plugged in, now all of a sudden ChatGPT is going to be killer. But just listen to how it sounds and how it articulates, so you can get it so that it speaks to you too. It's getting really, really good, and it's like scary good, but kind of in a good way and a bad way at the same time. What is happening right now with ChatGPT is the same thing that happened with digital photography. It literally started like this, and it went like that.
Yeah.
It literally went from like basically just shit. I mean, remember the digital cameras? They're like 1 megapixel, look like ass, right? To like boom.
Yeah.
To 50, 60, 80 megapixels. The stuff looks better than film now.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening with this.
You know what's funny? That's you're talking about photography. It's funny and ironic because at the Grammys, I saw a clip of, what's her name? Oh my God, I just went blank. Hannah Montana. What's her name?
Oh, yeah.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley.
And she was posing for the cameras and everything. And she goes, where are all the cameras? Because everyone was using a freaking iPhone. And I was like, oh, wow, look at Mrs. Hollywood's walking around. They're missing the big action of a real photographer because everyone has their stupid phone like this.
And the thing is what people don't get is the image that you capture with an iPhone is complete shit compared to a professional camera.
But for the purposes of sharing it on the computer, they don't care because they're not going to go and sit and print it out. So they don't care. They don't give a poop.
Yeah, it's got
a shit.
I've said this many times, and I stand by it. We are currently in this age of good enough, right? Mediocrity is ruling everything. Everyone is mediocre, and mediocrity is just everything. No one wants to be stellar anymore. They do not want to be stellar. So, and the same thing holds true with the pictures. You know, you see people taking weddings and stuff, and they're like, yeah, everyone get out your get out your phone and then send us the images. Are you kidding me?
It's funny because
that's just crazy to me. I mean, as a photographer, as a professional photographer for many years, right? I mean, you can't compare an image taken with a professional camera with a actual professional on the other side of the camera, because the camera doesn't take the picture. The photographer does. Yeah. The creative does. So anyways, yeah. I don't know.
I had the similar thing this week too. Someone had to do some work for me, and when I saw the end result, I was like, are you kidding me? And then other people thought that it was good. It was good because, it was good. It was not sticking out. And I'm like, what the F? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
It looks like shit. Like, how are you going to tell me that looks good enough? It doesn't look good enough. I don't expect someone to duplicate exactly what I'm doing, but shit. If you're a professional and you call yourself a professional, make that shit look good. I shouldn't have to train you to do your professional job.
Yeah.
But it just amazes me though that other people will sit there and say, "Oh yeah, it's good. It's good." No, fuck, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's
the same thing with photography.
Yeah.
People will take pictures and they'll swear that the stuff is good, and they just don't.
So
they
to
don't
me,
get it.
The question is it because they just want to be politically correct? Or
just
is
be
it
nice about
yeah,
it?
like you don't want to insult someone that, you know what, can you fix that because that really looks like shit? Because that's the world that I grew up in. That's the world you grew up in. Yeah. If my work wasn't up to par, someone would call you out on it. Now it's like, oh, it's good, it's okay.
It's fantastic.
Like we just, like, oh my God, I can't. No. And again,
just tell me it looks like shit so I can do it better next time. That's all. I'm okay with it.
If you're getting hired to do a job because that's your profession, you shouldn't need someone else to come in and train you on that profession. If not, you're not the professional, and you shouldn't get paid for that, and you shouldn't get hired for that position. The end.
Larry Hines says, think each day Biden wakes up, they have to remind him.
Where are you going? Why are you on that?
Is it just popped up?
No, but why are you on that?
I don't know.
Because I'm in order over here.
It made me laugh. I had to put it out there. So just don't read it.
I'm gonna
Larry,
switch
that's funny shit.
That's what I'm gonna do. You're out of order.
Do you think he knows who's the president?
I don't think he knows who he is half the time.
Man,
yeah,
that's scary. Anyways,
Ian said that the company that Elon does the houses is called Boxable.
Boxable. That's it. It is. Thank you for that. That's right.
Dragon Egg. Sorry, we're like backtracking a little. Checking in from Little Seabeck, Washington. Jay, trying to read your logo on the shirt. Oh, that's what I shared.
Yeah. That's the young law.
Yes, John, they talked to Elon brother, and he said when they thought about SpaceX, it wasn't nothing what it is now, which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
What is your necklace circle? WJ Miles wants to know.
Futhark. They're runes. Basically, it's like an alphabet, but of old alphabet.
Viking?
So, yeah, Viking. Is that, let's just say it's Futhark though. Runes, basically, yeah.
John, no, we did that. 83 Jeep. The Starlink launch a couple of hours ago was from Sunny Vandenberg.
Yep, Vandenberg. Yep.
Larry, love my TP Link Omadas APs.
Yeah, they work out great. I still have 2 outdoor ones that are been out there for a year and a half in the horrible weather. They still work. No problem.
Nick's 83 Jeep said Nixon took us off the gold standard on an executive order.
Yeah, stupid ass shit.
John said you buy a house but you don't own it. Yeah, true, because you have to pay property taxes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, yeah, that's there. A lot of people say that, and I agree to disagree with it. And the reason being is, yes, you never really own it because you're constantly paying taxes, but you still are not leasing it where you're paying someone else. The same thing when you buy a house and you're paying, let's say, $2,500 for your mortgage, and you at the end you actually own your house and you can give it to your relatives or to whoever. If you were renting it, you own nothing, and when you leave, every single bit of money that you've put into it is gone. It's the same thing when you lease a car, right? I'm just not a fan of the whole lease or rent, or I just own it, and when you're done with it, sell it and then move on to something else. That's just how I've always done it. Now, that the only thing that changes is if you have a corporation, right? And you need a tax deduction. So you need to lease a truck or a car or something because you need to spend some money.
I also think it depends on your lifestyle and what your career is, because some people have careers where they have to like move around every so often.
Yeah, then it's not a bad thing to
it
do.
Just depends
it really
on what
depends
you're
on
doing.
what it is. But I'm just not a fan of, once again, paying for something that's never owned, and you're just paying forever, and that's it. Same thing with software. It's like, I don't want to pay you every month to use your software. I'll find something else that I can just buy.
All right, let's finish up here.
Roll it up.
John, I love y'all guys. You good crazy.
Thank you for being here.
Scott from South Carolina. JC, are you back to your full workout yet?
Yes, I would say I used to.
No, not full.
No, not full. So
you're back at the gym.
I'm back at the gym. I'm doing like half weight, but now I'm starting to get back into full weight. But even though I can technically try to do full weight, I'm just not there anymore. Like I used to curl like 55s, like 50 to 55.
Are you going to tell them that you guys showed up the other day and you got upset?
Listen to this shit, guys. Okay? So
nothing to do with tech.
Nothing to do with tech, but so I was curling like 50 to 55 dumbbells, right? So it was pretty good. And I mean, I could probably do more, but that was like where I was at, and it felt really good. After the hernia and all that, and the surgery and all this shit, I'm literally curling like 25s, 35s. I think I hit 40s like the other night. Still heavy as hell compared to what they were, obviously, because I wasn't able to work out for like 3-4 months. There was a woman next to me in the gym.
It gets better though. She lives in the neighborhood.
And she lives in the neighborhood, right? And she's a burly bitch. I mean, and she's a nice woman, but she ain't playing around. She'll beat my ass, okay? So, and I'm sitting there at the gym, and I got my little bitch ass 25s, and I'm doing this, and I look over, and she's got the 30s, and she's giving me eye. She's looking at this
stupid
bitch ass with my 25s, and I look at her, and I'm like, this is a true damn story. But anyways, so yeah,
so
we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. Right.
All right. So
see?
Yeah,
I digress.
No, that Scott wanted to know.
There you go, Scott.
He wanted to know.
I'll get
Larry,
back.
Larry, JC, did you see the interview Tucker Carlson with the Russian president where they were talking about Elon? Sounds like Russia would love to work with Elon. Of course
Absolutely.
They would.
They would take his ass in a moment. Are you kidding me? They would take him in a moment. They would pay for everything. He would be like, I mean, so that's the one thing that's beautiful with Elon, right? Not that he's a beautiful guy. The one thing that's beautiful is he's got just a shit ton of money, right? And he don't give a shit about other people's feelings and thoughts and ideas, just his own. And I like that because now he could do his own shit and he doesn't have to worry about other people, right? And having to appease people and all this stuff. He doesn't have to do it. And that's really, really cool. So he can basically do whatever the hell he wants. And that is... I mean, can you imagine how liberating that is? Just how that must feel? You just do whatever you want.
That'd be great. I would love... I have a list to be able to be like,
You see that? I got scared
off.
for a second. I got scared for a second. You see those eyes?
Oh, yes.
That was scary.
Oh,
You
I
know,
would live for those moments. Oh my God, that would.
I mean,
be
look,
great.
when Elon
You know
Musk,
what? You're working since you're 14 years old. Tell me I don't have a list. I'd be like, fuck you, all the way across.
did you see that? We're gonna get demonetized. We're screwed.
Nah,
So
tough
it's Free
shit.
Speech Friday. But
Yep.
yeah, like when Elon Musk was on that interview, and what was it? The Disney CEO was in the
yeah.
audience, and he said basically, "Go fuck yourself."
Oh well, now he
And-
said he's gonna pay for the legal fees for Gina Carano to sue
Can you,
Disney
can you imagine that? What's the show? What is it called?
when she got canceled from the.
Yeah. What is it called?
was
The
it?
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Gina, can you imagine that? So Disney canceled her ass. Now Elon picked up the bill and said, "You know what? We're going to sue Disney for canceling your ass for no frickin' reason." Do you know how big that is? He's got the money to do it. I just love it. I love to see it, guys. I love to see it. And that's what happens. You get these corporations that are just massive. They get too big for their own britches, and they think that they have like control over everything. They basically tried blackmailing. Disney tried blackmailing Elon to not do this and to do this on X, on his own damn platform. And he's like, fuck you. And that's it.
That's it. And
Can
that
you
was it.
imagine that? I just,
You see?
and he's
Could you
like, don't
imagine if I could
advertise.
say-
I don't want you to advertise. Don't advertise.
That's great. That's great.
That's just
You
crazy.
know what? When I grow up, I want to be like Elon. That's it. I want to be able to tell people to fuck off.
Jeez, can you imagine?
I have
just
a
don't know.
list.
Yeah. And he does
All
it
right.
nicely too.
Yeah, it's great. Peter, question. When we are talking about sci-fi, how about nanotechnology, nanobots?
Nanobots, yeah. When
Make
there's
it
little, stick them into your bloodstream and they'll like swim around to go and fix shit.
that's
Little
crazy.
hands, little thing. Yeah.
Ooh.
Nanotechnology, nanobots can definitely be a thing. And they have definitely done some work with that already. Some really cool things. They go in like a little capsule and shoots in like a capsule, opens up and starts doing its thing.
Yeah, no.
Come on.
No.
It's cool shit.
Nope. No.
I like it. Like
That's
Star
good
Trek.
For you. Scott said, any thoughts on the swim swapping fraud going on now?
No.
I'm sorry, sim swapping, not swim.
Sim swapping?
Sim swapping.
I don't know anything
Sim
about
cards?
sim swapping.
No? I have
Tell
no
me
idea.
more about it. DM me.
Yeah.
I want to hear about it.
John Apple says there are new AI is going to charge what you think you can do. I mean,
I don't know.
lighting nut. I want to know where the Pac-Man thing behind you in your videos came from.
Oh, I think it was on like Amazon years ago. It might still be there.
Really?
Check on Amazon. Yeah, check it out.
Okay. Jan said, except Elon Musk, maybe that why they hate him. He shows people up. Yes,
Yeah,
of
I
course.
mean-
David said, I totally agree. I was into photography back when we used film. My father-in-law had cameras. They used large negatives.
Yeah.
John said they don't know how a great picture looks like anymore. No, they
No,
don't.
they don't know what an actual good picture looks like. No.
Dragon eggs, but you can't deny the amazing miniaturization of data capturing, storing, and accessing in the world we live in now. It's accelerating.
Yeah,
mean,
no,
yeah,
I mean, I agree. I do agree because we have pictures now that we would never have had when we were a kid.
And it's
So
better than nothing, and
better
they
than
look better
nothing.
than the 110s.
The problem is they don't understand. They don't know the difference between a snapshot and a photograph or a professional photograph.
They assume it's a photograph. That's such a good analogy.
Everyone thinks that it's a goddamn snapshot. It's like if you're taking a portrait of your, let's say your boss,
Right.
and you're going to use your phone instead of using a professional camera, well, you're just an idiot, right? And that's just it. It's just you're not going to get the same results. I don't care. Yeah. So. Anyways.
Jeffrey, no, when they say it looks good, they mean it. And it's because everything they see is half-assed, so they don't know what really good looks like. I know, you're absolutely right. The only thing about that irritated me was that I left a picture of my work. So they already had something to...
It's like duplicate this.
Yeah, and obviously as an artist, you're never going to be able to duplicate someone's work, and really you shouldn't, because your hands and your skill are going to have its own kind of style. But if you're trying to do something that's in the same thing, it should somewhat look similar, very close to it, not completely off. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know where.
You
so
should just have the ability to be able to
Yeah.
replicate when you are a
Right.
professional. You
right.
should be able to,
without someone else having
Yeah.
to come and train you. That's
Yeah.
why you're a pro, because you're off the hand. You should be able to do
Oh.
stuff. But yeah, here we go. David. Oh, we have a new member, Milton Watkins, Master Bookbinder. Wow.
Master bookbinder. That's
awesome.
I guess you're
Welcome.
doing bookbinding. That's awesome. That is really cool. Thank you so much for being a premium member. I really do appreciate that. All the subs and stuff. I mean, we're getting close to the 10,000 mark, people. I mean, the 100,000 mark. I am like just
Yeah, please
stoked.
share, like,
I can't even believe it. We're getting
comment,
to that.
thumbs up.
Can you imagine 100,000? I couldn't even.
Yeah.
Literally. I've been doing this for a lot of years. I never even thought about it. I'm like, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool one day. And I would
Subscribe,
say,
don't
within,
forget.
I mean, if it continues at this pace, we'd probably get there within 6 months, let's say.
Hopefully
but
before.
If you guys put it out there to Reddit and to your subreddits and your Facebooks and your other communities, maybe we can get there sooner. We got to do something special for 100,000.
Right.
I'm just gonna, I don't know, have a damn party. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, let's get there first.
Yeah, we need to, and we
gonna
need to get
finish
going.
up.
So finish
Well,
that
then
up.
stop talking so much. David,
Speed it up.
my house is paid for, but I have to pay more per month in property taxes than making mortgage payments. And that is true, and it's disgusting.
It
that
is.
we're-
I feel
And
you.
so, when you keep seeing this, that our government is sending money everywhere, and then you have people like me and Joe saying, oh, Americans first, and other people get all bent out of shape about it. It's like, no, F off. Like, yeah, we should come first. We're paying into this.
Well,
It's all about
I'm,
helping other stuff,
like-
but like us first.
If you're American, why would you not want Americans first?
No, because some people think that we should do it at the same time.
Well, nothing could ever be at the same time. You have to have some kind of progression.
Right. I mean, I
There's
keep
gonna be
it
a line.
simple.
There's
If you're
two
going to
things
crash,
simultaneously never
I
works.
keep it simple. If you're in a plane and you're going to crash, what's the first thing they tell you to do?
Yeah.
To put the mask over yourself first before you can help anyone else.
Yeah, help yourself, then help others. I mean, I've said that forever. When we're sending the billions of dollars overseas, put some more VA hospitals. There's a lot of veterans that have fought, for
There's
us
so
so that we
much
can
that-
sit on
that
our
everything
ass here
is-
and do what we're doing right now and have these conversations.
Yeah, but
and they're just not treated
yeah.
well.
I mean, you can't even get decent healthcare coverage.
Healthcare is complete garbage.
So-
I mean,
But people have money for iPhones, so I don't get that either.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's a
iPhones keep
mess.
going up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like $1,000 for
Yeah.
a phone.
Larry
$1,000 a phone.
said,
It's
"Yeah, I
crazy.
bought my house for 170,000. Now it's worth 450. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of money
Yeah,
if
so-
needed and safety net.
Yeah, and that's it. Just think about it. So you're going to be paying more for your property tax, but not $300 and some $1,000 more, right?
Yeah.
Is the amount of equity that you have now available to you if you sold your house, which is a shit ton. So it's all relative, But yes, property taxes should not be going up as high as it is and as fast as it is. But they're doing it on purpose. They want people to get the hell out. They want people to rent and lease. They
Yeah.
don't want people to own anything,
Yeah.
right?
John said they show on TV move Elon Tower from Y'all Place to Texas on the sea. Interesting. maybe.
What I did, so there's going to be another space station, let's
Right.
say, another one of the Starship launch sites here, 3 hours. So over there in the Cape, we're going to actually have one of those big ass ones here. But they're also looking at doing some out to sea type of launching. But they're also doing some out to sea like Wi-Fi stuff going on too, which is really odd. You look at the Chinese guys, look. The Chinese, they have launch pads like Elon does. They also have launch pads that are sitting out at sea. They're launching these rockets from the ocean. So, we really need to tighten up our shit.
Yeah.
And cut out all this nonsense, because if not, we're just going to keep falling behind. It's horrible.
All right.
Let's finish it up.
Jeffrey says, yeah, it sucks. 10 years I've paid $420,000 in rent. What? John, if
Holy
if
shit.
you can afford to pay the property taxes, if you can't, they take your land and everything in the house away.
That's a perfect example. So
Yeah.
you spent $420,000 in rent over
Right.
10 years. So that's like 40, well, whatever. So that's that money, that
Coulda have a
$250,000
house.
is gone, and you'll never see it again. It's just gone. The same thing like with a car
Yeah.
or something. You just pay.
Yeah.
And when you're done, you're like, what do I got?
Yeah, nada.
You got nothing.
Ian, I hope Disney gets sued into the Stone Age. I do too. I'm here for that.
Yeah.
83 Jeep. Sure hope I'm never on Fabiola's list. No, you guys are our
Damn
peeps.
nuts. She's nuts.
I mean, look at who I married. Nutbag number one over here. Ian, you ever see the movie Inner Space where the shrink the people fix a person? I think it was Martin Short. Yeah, remember that? I do remember that. That was a good one. That was funny.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
John, question: when are we going to get all together? I'm still trying to figure out.
She's looking at like different places and
Yeah.
stuff. So
And,
yeah, it would be awesome to get everyone
yeah.
together and just maybe a centralized place.
I
Find
have
where
to look
everyone
for places.
where everyone
and-
is located, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I
Maybe
mean, it's going to definitely be in Florida. I will say that.
we'll do a first one probably here, and then
Yeah.
maybe
It
if
just
it goes over
depends,
really well,
how it goes.
maybe we'll do it. We'll
Yeah.
do it in different places.
We can't move forward until we do the first one,
Yeah.
and the first one
Let's
would
see how it
definitely
goes.
be here in Florida. I just have a lot more researching to do, and then like anything else, depends how that
for
turns
100,000.
out.
That'd be a cool get together.
How it turns out, how many people come, then we
Yeah.
can worry about that later. But yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah,
Figuring it out.
absolutely.
Scott, the CEO of Apple, says we will look back at Apple as a healthcare company.
Actually, we will look back at Apple as a bank. He's full of shit. Okay? A bank. Remember what I tell
yeah.
you? A bank.
You have said that for a while. Sunny,
I've said that for years
I
now.
was going to ask you about SIM swapping too. It's where hackers take over your phone SIM and port your numbers to theirs. Then they have all of your backup info to log into your bank accounts. Holy shit. Well,
Yeah,
how the hell did they get the card in the first place?
so how are they getting the SIM card?
Well, there is no card because doesn't AT&T give you numbers now without an actual physical card?
So they can do eSIMs. So maybe that's what they're doing. They're stealing the eSIM, maybe, and then taking the data off it. That's a possibility. Yeah, because most of the phones today, like if you buy a new phone, they're like, yeah, you don't have to get a SIM. It's fine. We'll use an eSIM. And actually, a lot of the phones allow you 2 eSIMs. And what that means, like you can take your phone and I can have AT&T on the phone, but I could also have T-Mobile. And then I can just switch between T-Mobile or AT&T, just like that, because there's 2 SIMs in it. So yeah, I can see that being an issue.
All right. Peter, question, and we're done. Here in Denmark, the new iPhone costs $2,022. Holy cow!
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
Peter,
Don't get the new phone.
don't buy a damn phone in Denmark. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We'll just buy it for you here and ship it to you. That's just sick. That is crazy. $22,000? Man, you buy a laptop. Holy crap.
Sunny said if they get your number, they also have insiders at the phone company they pay off to get
I wouldn't doubt
ported. Okay. And then Scott said adding a PIN number on your phone service helps prevent SIM swapping.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm just going to say goodbye here to Jay. Said thanks for your efforts again. You guys were great.
Thank you. Milton, thank you so much for becoming a premium subscriber. Really
Yes.
appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Thank everyone for being here. It's
And
smaller.
Jim, thanks for keeping free speech alive. JC and Fabiola,
Yes.
Friday Night Speakeasy.
We got a smaller crew this week. I
Yeah,
figured it was going to
this-
be like that because we have like the Super Bowl
Yeah.
Sunday coming. A lot of people are out shopping. They're doing all kinds of
Yeah.
things. They're in prep mode.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing another live possibly, but on a different day. So watch the community page, and I'm just going to do something really short just to say hello because I just want to test out a different time. It'll
Where are
probably
my
just be
fingers
me.
going? Right here, Instagram.
Yeah. Try the Instagram, and then also look at the community page on YouTube. and I'll let you know when that will be.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's going to be this week coming up, but soon, because I want to kind of test different things and just to see where people are at. So
All right, you guys.
thank you so much for being here.
Have a good night. Have a great rest of the weekend. Thanks for
Yes.
hanging out. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe and all the things.
And do all that kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah. And check out the website if anybody wants to order teas, whatnot.
Yeah, check them out. Thanks
right.
a lot, guys. Have a
Bye.
great weekend. We'll see you in the next one. Love you all. Take care.